Welcome back, dear students. I had started with adjectives for both the classes Standard 6 and Standard 7. I have told you what is an adjective and I have dealt with the kinds of adjectives. Now I am going to talk about the comparison of adjectives or the degrees of adjectives, degrees of comparison. So there are 3 degrees: the positive degree, the comparative degree, and the superlative degree. So in the positive degree, the adjectives and the positive degree is used to denote the mere existence of quality. A positive degree of an adjective can, in comparison, is the adjective of its simple form, is used to denote the mere existence of some quality of what we speak about. It is used when no comparison is made. So, this is positive, where there is no comparison, like, and the main words are used, like tall. It is a tall building. Apple is sweet to taste. So we are just describing the building or the apple. Okay, the feature, and in one the taste. But as soon as you turn to comparative degree, the comparative degree is used to compare the qualities of two persons or things. In the first one, no comparison is made, but in the second one, there is a comparison between two things or two persons. Like one building is compared to the other. So the building is taller than the other building. So here there is a comparison, means this is tall. The first building is taller, which we are talking about, than the building over there or that building. So apple is sweeter than pear. So apple, we are talking about apple, and it is sweeter than pear. So this is the comparison that we are doing. Then we talk about the superlative degree. Superlative, as the name suggests, denotes the existence of the highest degree of quality. It is used when more than two things are compared. Yes, if I talk about many things in one go, many buildings suppose, then I will write that building or this building is tallest, or this is the tallest building in the neighborhood. Can be written like this. So it means of all the buildings, this one, the particular we are talking about, is the tallest. So beyond that, we cannot talk about its existence. So this is denoting its highest degree, highest quality. So that is why we call it superlative. So what do degrees help us to do? So the degrees of comparison help us to know the extent of the qualities. So if I say John is kind, the kind is in the simplest form. So here it is a positive degree. But as soon as I compare John with other person, so we write kind, we change kind into kinder by adding a suffix, that is er. So here it becomes John is kinder than Rosie, which is a comparative degree. Then when we are comparing or talking about John as compared to the others, all present there, then we say John is the kindest of the three. So more than two, it can be 3, 4, 5, any number. So we talk about superlative degree, means he is the kindest, the highest degree. Nobody is as kind or more kind than him. So he is the kindest of all. So this is your comparison of degrees. Standard 6 books has a list of positive, comparative and superlative sentences as part of their comparison, as part of their examples which they have to go through and which they have to memorize. So this will end standard 6 portion, where they have to now solve the exercises. Just go through all the sentences given in your book and you can try to solve the exercises. As for standard 7 book, you can just go through everything. For the 7th book also, now how they are formed is very, very important, because the formation of degrees take place with the formation of addition of prefixes and suffixes. So now we are moving to the next part, that is formation of degrees. How are these degrees formed? So we can see over here there are some few rules that if you go by that, you will never go wrong. So by adding ER and EST to the positive degree or normal adjectives, we can make it as a comparative or the superlative. Like I give you example, bold, bolder, which is in the comparative form, and boldest, which is in the superlative form.